friends. I'm Karen, and this is the Family Food for Moms podcast. We're talking about inspiration for family cooking and dining. Today, we're going to talk about how to arrange a special dinner for your family on short notice. Lately, I've been feeling like I've missed all those wonderful Christmas meals that we had in December. We had some graduation meals for our kids. There was Christmas Eve and Christmas Day meals. There were other celebrations. There was a birthday, another birthday in January, and there was so much just slowing down during that time and making things special, having a special meal where we enjoyed each other's company, we relaxed, we played games, we did stuff that we hadn't done before, and we ate good food and made memories together. And suddenly things were very busy in January, homeschool going on, and work, and lots of cooking for various things, plus some extra challenges on top of that. And then it felt like we hadn't spent as much time with our kids and we hadn't spent enough family time together enjoying just that. So on the spur of the moment, I decided to have a special meal that evening, and I had the day to plan it. I had other stuff going on during the day, so I kind of did it in between. So I didn't have a lot of time, a lot of preparation time either. So I wanted to talk to you about how that worked and how I was able to put that together in a short time. So we're going to go through some steps to help you get there if you want to do this. Hopefully this will make it easy and practical. So we'll talk about the food, but also the activities and ambiance and all those things. So the first thing is to decide what your objectives are. What do you want to achieve? For me, I decided we wanted to have fun together. We wanted to have a bit of laughter and be relaxed. I wanted to have good conversation and closeness and just spend the evening doing something fun together. Now, you may decide you want to do a formal fancy dinner where everybody dresses up and looks smart and you have elegant music playing and a beautiful table. Or you may decide to do more casual, family fun night style, just wear what you have on, but games and connection. So I decided to do a fun, relaxed evening. And so the next step is then to brainstorm how to achieve your goals. So for me, having fun and laughter, I thought of some things. We printed out some Mad Libs and I found them online just with an easy search. I found some Star Wars ones that some of our teenagers would appreciate, and then some other funny ones for the younger one, and just a few different options. I printed some Mad Libs and then I found some jokes online, some good websites, and I previewed them to see if they were worth using. And then I was thinking of doing a quiz with facts, but then I found a kind of an escape room quiz where you had to answer questions, but then you had to solve using codes and things, which I know our younger one would enjoy. So I printed out the escape room quiz game, and then I also got out some conversation starter cards for if we wanted to chat and we were stuck for topics. I also thought of Tenzi and had a couple of games on the side. So think about what your family's enjoyed in the past. Games like drawing a funny creature where each person draws one part of the body and then you fold it over and pass it on. And the next person draws the next part. This works with a story as well. The first person writes the introduction to the story, and the next part, etc., is written by the following people, and then you read them at the end. So think about things you've done that your family has enjoyed, or Google some ideas. And you won't use everything that you plan, but it's nice to have them ready, and then depending on the mood, how people seem to be, and if they're enjoying things, you can do those things. Over the Christmas period, we enjoyed a game. We put a long metal table in the living room, and we lined the edges with books, just softcover books that we had lying around. And then using toilet rolls and a coin, a large coin, we played a game of hit the coin to each other. And the goal is to try to hit the coin with the toilet roll off the edge of the other person's side, and you get a point. But they'll try and hit it back, obviously. So it's just a hitting back and forth game, but it can be quite rowdy. So lots of fun. So just see what you can add to your list that you feel like doing and that you think your family will be in the mood for. And then you have the activities planned. Next would be to think of special touches that you want to add. So if you're having a special meal, maybe you want to make specific place names for each person, or put out an elegant menu, or maybe find little containers and put a little chocolate or two at each place. Anything unusual to change the mood of dinner. Think of some music. If you're doing some kind of theme, you can do specific music. Like if you're doing a Lord of the Rings theme, obviously, or a Star Wars theme, you can use that music. And then try to think of anything that would go with that theme. So maybe a headdress for each person to wear if it's a Lord of the Rings theme. Fun eye masks for each person. On New Year's Eve, we had tons of glow sticks of different shapes and sizes. Some for earrings, some for bangles or necklaces, some for swords. And we had photo props to take photos. You know, the ones on a stick where you hold up a mask or a hat or a pirate eye patch, anything like that. And then we had party poppers and sparklers. So just a few small touches just make something fun. You don't have to make it a huge expense if it's not a particular occasion. But just look what you have in your cupboards. Often you'll find something you can use. So think about props, think about decor. Do you want to bring anything in from outside? Flowers, leaves, ivy leaves. Do you want to use special napkins, paper napkins with special patterns on them? Do you want to use your fancy glasses, your fancy crockery? Whatever you feel like. Decide on your music for ambiance. Decide on what kind of lighting you want. And then it's quick to get it set up in the evening. If everyone helps, you know the plan. It doesn't have to take long. Then the next thing would be to think about your menu that matches your activity plan. If we're doing a games evening, it's often fun to have finger food for an appetizer. Little sausage rolls, little pies, meat, deli meat, cheese, fruit like grapes. So sort of a charcuterie board is a nice appetizer. We were going to do halloumi and zucchini, but then somehow I couldn't get what I needed in time. So then we ordered a little bit of sushi as our appetizer, and for our main course we had ravioli. So I ordered some pre-made beef ravioli with some pecorino sauce, and we just cooked that up, and that was slightly elegant, different to usual, and delicious. So think about what each of your children might want to help with in the cooking. Ask them if there's anything they'd like, if you're not sure of what to use, but use something that's easy for you, that's not going to require you to be busy, so that you can be part of the festivities. Then we started with the Mad Libs, because it always helps everyone relax and get the right mood going. And then we did the quiz game, and we did it in between courses with lots of chatting along the way. It's also good to try and have your house stuff out of the way beforehand, so no washing left to fold, nothing specific that you have to do that evening, so that you can kind of go with the conversations that happen. You can even still do your dinner chores together, like packing the dishwasher, and chat while you're doing them, but just relax and let the evening run its course. Be present and have fun. Then if you'd like to do a dessert course, you could do something fancy like cheese and biscuits with coffee or something like that. Or you could do hot chocolate. Or you could do something like an ice cream bar where everybody helps themselves, and like a DIY with sprinkles and chocolate flakes, chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, different flavors of ice cream. So this might be a bit too much to organize at short notice, but ice cream would be easier than my next idea, which is cupcakes, where you decorate your own cupcake, add your own frosting and your own decorations, like candy of some kind. So that requires a bit more preparation, but I think is still lots of fun and helps you to laugh and relax together. Another delicious dessert idea that works well at the last minute, it doesn't require much preparation in advance, is a chocolate fondue. All you need to do is just before dessert course, you would melt a couple of chocolate bars. I would use dark Lindt, like 70%, and then add a tiny bit of cream, not too much. And then once it's melted, it's best in a double boiler, melting the chocolate. Once it's melted, you put either one bowl in the center or a little bowl for each person. This works well because it's less messy. Each person gets a small bowl of melted chocolate and then things to dip in it. Sliced banana, cherries, sliced apple is yummy. And you use fondue forks and you dip in the chocolate and kind of coat the fruit with the chocolate and then eat it. It's so yummy. Somehow an evening like this just helps everybody to reset and reconnect and feel close, because somehow being busy, it's hard to get your head out of that sometimes, especially mom and dad working and working from home, or just all the things that are needed in the family home. So it's really great to do something that's fun together and that's a yummy dinner and that feels like you go to a bit of an effort without it being too much work. So I hope you can get a few ideas and let me know if you try this. I would love to hear what you do. My email address is karen@familyfoodacademy.com. Also, if you'd like some conversation starters, we have a free download on our website. If you go to familyfoodformoms.com/conversation, familyfoodformoms.com/conversation, and you can download the PDF with the conversation starters for dinner time. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.